My friend, how are you doing? Are you well? Today's video is all about how to create and maintain a sense of well-being consistently so that you can show up as a leader and an emissary of light during these times of insecurity, and how to really hold fast to your center so that you are being there for people right now in a solid way. I'm Karen McMullen, channel for the grand reorganization that's taking place right now on Earth. I post new videos on this channel every week to support star seeds and awakened ones to really step into their true role in this turbulent time. If you'd like to stay notified when I post a new video, just hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon. This also helps support me in growing my channel, and I really appreciate it, so thank you. In today's video, I will share chapter 14 or episode 14 of Awaken to Your Starseed Mission. Following that, I'll also share my commentary on the passage, but then I'd like to try something new, which is to do a live channeled guided meditation for you to reestablish your sense of well-being. So this is something you can come back to anytime that you lose connection with your well-being, and it's an experiment, so we'll see how it goes. I'll put the timestamps below to the transmission for today, episode 14, and then also to the guided meditation. So if you ever want to skip ahead, you're free to do so. Every transmission from the Council of Light is not only a message, but also an energetic transmission. And so just by listening, you are potentially, if you're open to it, receiving those beautiful energies that will help you to connect with your own well-being. I'll put a link in the corner of the playlist of the Council of Light channeled messages, and you can listen to any of those at any moment just to reconnect with your well-being. Let's get right into today's message from the Council of Light about well-being. Awaken to Your Starseed Mission, Episode 14, Well-Being. You must transform the frequency of fear and insecurity within yourself into one of well-being. This makes you a beacon of light for others. Holding this frequency steady is what the planet needs right now, more than anything. Can you balance yourself there? It is not difficult to find the frequency of well-being. What is challenging is to maintain it consistently. This is made even more challenging in the growing outer conditions of insecurity, chaos, and unrest in your world. In order to maintain your frequency of well-being in such conditions, you will need to hold fast to your own center, at times even blocking out outside interference. This is why it is so important that you have a safe haven, a sanctuary that you can retreat to at all times in order to reestablish your frequency of well-being. You do not need much. Just a clean and quiet room with a bed in its most simple form will allow you the space to regroup and withdraw your focus from the outside world. There you can connect with consciousness, with breath, and with us. We are always here to connect with you. When you are traveling, this is important to take into account. The longer that you spend outside of the frequency of well-being, the more vulnerable you are to attack from ill-intended energies and beings, both physical and non-physical. They require you to be in a state of fear and insecurity, of victimhood, in order for them to gain access to your power. This is entirely avoidable by limiting your exposure to conditions that will diminish you. Your environment is paramount. This is quickly becoming a primary consideration for anyone who is awake and aware on the planet right now. Where should I be? Should I stay or should I go? Many are looking for safe havens at this time. If you can create and provide a safe haven, you will be offering a great service. For those who are emissaries of light, there are really only two places to stand on this matter: Either you are a host providing a safe haven because you have the physical space and resources to do so, or you are a guest participating in the safe haven that someone else is providing. The times where we were able to provide our own safe havens and live in separate dwellings and enjoy safety are rapidly coming to a close. We are moving towards living together out of a matter of necessity and security. This window now is your last opportunity to travel. It is your last opportunity to learn from others and see what is possible elsewhere. Travel is still secure, but it won't be soon, within the next several years. This is the time for safe havens to be established and for people to move into reorganization, choosing where they will stay and with whom to participate. The grand reorganization that you spoke about in Alchemy of Consciousness is happening on this practical level now, as people make their decisions about where to be and with whom. As I write this, I feel scared. Where will I go? What is the right place? How will I know? You are not alone. Everyone is facing or will soon be facing the same insecurity. The future is unknown. The ground beneath you is shifting. Change is everywhere. This is why you must transform this energy into one of well-being. In well-being, you establish the baseline in order to attract the right conditions for your flourishing and thriving. Your well-being protects you. What is solid in this shifting world? Your breath, your close connections with your soul family, the ones that resonate to keep with you by your side no matter what. Your connection with us or your consciousness. Your connection with the earth vibration. Your connection with your own body and being. You can find these connections at any time. You can find well-being at any time. You do not need to be in fear. It is a choice to be overwhelmed by the conditions that are presenting themselves. It is a choice to connect with your well-being. You can do it. It takes more focus than ever before because in the past you have been accustomed to establishing your well-being in relation to outside evidence that stimulated your inner state. Now, it is the opposite. It is your inner state of well-being that stimulates outer conditions of well-being. You already know how to establish your well-being vibration. You know what you need to do in order to get to this state. You know how to maintain it. Now it is just a matter of choice and doing the work to maintain this state. We know you will do it because this is embedded in your DNA as a part of your mission. If not now, very soon, you will know how essential this is as an aspect of your mission, and you will naturally fall into the habits of well-being to maintain this frequency. Welcome back. What a beautiful reminder of what we actually have control over in creating and maintaining a stable sense of well-being. And one of my takeaways from that is about the breath. I'm curious for you, when you check in with yourself, how aware are you of your breath? And how skilled do you feel that you are in breathing in a relaxed way from the diaphragm? Or do you notice that you're breathing short and shallow in your chest quite a bit and fight or flight breathing? One of the things that I've been noticing during this pandemic is that there's a tendency inside of me to just not want to get out of bed, to not want to clean the house, to not want to move or do yoga or fitness, to not want to prepare myself something nutritious. And then on the other side, there is a part of me rising up to meet this experience with healthy and creative and life-sustaining habits. Over the course of these weeks, I've been building into my life more and more habits of well-being and just building that willpower and strength of conviction to be well in this time. So for me, that looks like, just those choices I described, getting out of bed, meditating, doing things that inspire me and that are full of life, keeping my house clean, making myself food, practicing a vigorous yoga practice, and good nutrition. So those are the ways that I'm maintaining my well-being, as well as really putting my creative work out into the world. When I don't do that, I'm not well. I'm here to be a leader and a messenger, and when I'm not honoring that role that I know that I'm here for, I don't feel good. What are the things that you're doing to maintain well-being, and are you seeing it as a habit, as a daily thing that you can build into your life? In today's channel message, the Council of Light mentioned my book, Alchemy of Consciousness. I'll put a visual right here, which I channeled a year ago in the winter of 2019. One of the messages I received in that book was about the grand reorganization, and I saw very clearly a movement away from living in the way that we do in cities and kind of in individual, single people or nuclear families, and rather coming together to live in small, self-sustaining communities. With that in mind, do you have a sanctuary currently? Do you have a place that you feel, I can really decompress here and come into my own well-being? If you don't, what do you need in order to create that for yourself? Perhaps you can create a sanctuary for yourself within your current living situation, or perhaps you can't, and you need to pray and dream up a new reality for yourself, either as a host of a sanctuary or as a guest in someone else's sanctuary that they've created. So now I'd love to take you through a channeled guided meditation from the Council of Light that will help you reconnect and maintain a sense of well-being. Take a moment before we begin to set your environment and get comfortable so you can go inwards and receive. So we're all set now to receive a message, and I think that was a great example of needing to go through a process in order to set up the right sanctuary. And that's really just how it works. It's like you can feel when you are in a sanctuary or not. Close your eyes. And find a comfortable position, seated or lying down. Dear one, take a moment to acknowledge all that you are. All that you have become. And all that you know you are here for next. Take a moment to see and acknowledge the well-being that has carried you to this moment. The well-being that has been with you throughout your life, guiding you and ensuring your ongoing safety, despite occasional appearances to the contrary. You are always protected. We would like you to know that we are here with you and that you can draw on us at any moment of insecurity or lack, when you feel that you're in the dark or lost, you've lost your bearings and you don't know where you are or where you're going, and you feel insecure and you are troubled to connect with well-being. In those moments, we are there for you. And you need only remember that and to do your best to find a quiet place and to still your mind. And sometimes that can be a tall order. But even in moments of distress, it's still possible to shout out a prayer. Be with me, counsel of light. Or naming whatever higher realm or higher being, higher presence that resonates with you. Call on us in those moments. And there might have been some cynicism inside of you that perhaps in the past you've called on help from the higher realms and have not received it. But know that this world is evolving, and there's more and more connection between realms. We're closer to you than ever. Our transmissions are more powerful. We are reaching you and you are reaching us. The communication has never been so easy and available as it is now. And your earnest desire is all that is required to connect with us. We are here to shower you with the well-being that you are, your own nature. All that we do is simply remind you of who and what you truly are, so you can shed those outer fears and illusions of insecurity and turbulence and chaos that are arising from without. You, dear one, are blessed. We sit with you in this vibration of well-being and strength, knowing that you are a leader. You are a beacon of light, helping to guide others and usher in a new reality for all, of greater justice, peace, harmony, and well-being, greater creativity, sovereignty, joy, personal power and embodiment, greater freedom and enlightenment. You know that you carry those traits within you, and you know that they are strong in you, strong enough to be magnetic and to transfer those same traits and ignite those same traits in others. And that is the essence of leadership, is contagion. You know you are contagious. So beautiful one, draw on us whenever you need to strengthen your reserves, to come back to well-being. Thank you for being with us today. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in for that meditation. And I want to let you know that there are several ways that you can connect in with live channeled messages from the Council of Light. You can book a one-on-one reading with me where I channel just for you. You're also free to join my yoga classes online that I'm offering during the epidemic. They are by donation, and I channel a beautiful message at the end of class during Shavasana. Soon I'll be starting live group channeled messages for small pods. So if you're interested to stay in touch about that, please follow me on Instagram. That's where I'll be announcing those things. All the links to those ways of connecting with the Council of Light are in the description box. So in our next episode, we'll be resting and exploring the value of rest. Thanks so much for tuning in. Big hugs. If we haven't met, I'm Karen McMullen, and I'm Karen McMullen. If we haven't met, I'm Karen McMullen, and videos here on my channel twice, videos every week to help luminaries. I'll put the timestamps in the. Stay notified to stay notified when I post a video. Subscribe, give this video a like, and